Good morning, my dear learner. Today we will discuss about subject verb agreement. It is my second class because about this chapter, because in my previous class I have discussed before you about some rules and some examples about this chapter, how a verb agrees with the subject. So now we shall again discuss about the other rules for verb which agrees with the subject. Then you see, if a clause, you know very well about clause. Clause means a sentence or a part of sentence. If a clause separates a subject from its verb, the verb agrees the subject. For example, those children who are there are very honest. And so no, who are very honest? The children. Who are there? The children. So who are there is another clause which separate the subject from the verb. So the real verb or the verb is are, because the subject is plural. The children who are there have done that work or are very innocent. Then another example, Ramu Babu, who is a bank manager, is my brother. Ramu Babu, who is a bank manager, is my brother. Means Ram Babu is my brother. Ram Babu is singular noun, singular subject. So, is my brother. Ramu Babu is my brother. And who is a bank manager? Ram Babu is a bank manager. So there is another clause which separates the subject from verb. So in this situation, the verb agrees with the subject. Then another example, the books which are on the table, the books which are on the table are mine. The books are mine. The books which are mine, the books are mine. କିଏ ବହି ଗୁଡ଼ିକ ମୋର? ଯେଉଁ ବହି ଗୁଡ଼ିକ ଟେବୁଲ ଉପରେ ଅଛି, ତାର ବହି ଗୁଡ଼ିକ ମୋର. So the books are mine, the books are on the table. If we make it two separate sentences, we can write that the books are mine, the books are on the table. Perhaps when we will discuss about complex sentence in detail, at that time we can know in relative clause this type of sentences. But here also, when such type of clause separates the subject from the verb, that the verb agrees with the subject. So that like this, there is another part which we know that if a subject that begins with either of, neither of, none of, it follows to the verb. It follows the plural noun. Either of the boys, neither of the boys, none of the boys, but they agree or they take singular verb. For example, neither of the boys is there. What is the meaning of neither of the boys is there? Boys, you know, a boy is going, but boys are going. A very easy concept, is a very easy method. Perhaps I have always told you that the verb agrees the subject means karta adhine kriya. Karta ekavachana, kriya ekavachana. Karta bahuvachana, kriya bahuvachana. But in here you see, either of the boys is there, or either of the girls has done this work. None of the teachers has come to school. These are the very simple examples for you to know about how a verb agrees with the subject. In here, you can understand that either of, that is of, if of follow to the noun, in here we can use the verb that is follow to the subject, that is either of the boys. ପିଲାମାନଙ୍କ ଭିତରୁ କେହି ଜଣେ, neither of the girls, ପିଲାମାନଙ୍କ ଭିତରୁ କେହି ଜଣେ ବି ନୁହଁ, none of the girls, that is, or none of the teachers. None means no one of the teachers, ମାନେ ଶିକ୍ଷକମାନଙ୍କ ଭିତରୁ କେହି ଜଣେ ବି ନୁହଁ. So positively the verb singular will be used here. This is the example for either of, neither of, none of. How the verb agrees with the subject. Then another example, where. It is very difficult, that is complicated matter, that if two titles or a designation are taken with and connect two titles, that is and connects two title, a conjunction, that is and connect two titles, the verb agrees plural and also singular if the person is one. For example, that is, the master and secretary has gone to office. Though here, you know, two designation, the master and secretary, the master and secretary. But in here, we know who is the headmaster. He is also the secretary. The same person. One person is here, not two persons. But two designations, two titles, he has possessed. He has two titles, he has two designations. Means he is the headmaster. He is also the secretary of that school. So one person is gone. So we can use the master and secretary has gone to the office. But in the same situation, if we take two persons, separate persons, means the master and the president had gone to office. For same examples, but for first example, only a single person, one person, means who is the headmaster? He is also the secretary. The headmaster and the secretary, same person. There are no two persons here. But in second example, the headmaster and the president had gone to the office. Means the headmaster and the president The headmaster and the president. In here, quite different. In here, you can see that in first example, the headmaster and the secretary, not the secretary. But in second example, the headmaster and the president means the definite article will be used before the designation. If we think, we know they are two persons. The headmaster, one person, the president, another person. So obviously, the plural verb will agree with them. So this is very easy, but difficult to your understanding. So that we know or we think, if the definite article the will not be used before second designation, we can know that one person, that is the headmaster and secretary, only one person, not two persons. So that verb has is used here. The finite verb has, that is the tense verb has is used here, which is used always for singular. The headmaster and secretary, it's only one person, but the headmaster and the president means two persons. So have you gone to office? Then another. Then if the subjects begin with a fraction, that is the fractions were said 2/3, 1/3, 1/4. These are the fractions words. If a fractions words follows a plural noun, it takes plural verb. If it follows a uncountable noun, but singular noun, it takes singular verb. That is 2/3 of the apples here are rotten. 2/3 of the apples are rotten. Apples, what are rotten? 2/3 of the apples are rotten. Then 1/3 of the water has used. 1/3 of the water has used. But water is singular number, uncountable noun. So the verb has, the singular verb is used here. But in first example, the apples, that is 1/3 or 2/3 of the apples are rotten. Then ମାନେ 3 ଭାଗରୁ 2 ଭାଗ ଆପେଲ ଗୁଡ଼ିକ ପଚି ଯାଇ ଅଛି. This is the example. Then another example, if we use a good deal of, a great deal of, then a, that is a lot of, plenty of, then most of, some of, these are, we know in class 9 English grammar, these are called amount words or quantifier words, परिमाण सूचक शब्द. A lot of, plenty of, great deal of, some of, most of. If we use these words or the phrases, means phrases, at the beginning of a sentence or before the nouns, then the verb agrees the noun that follows the phrase. What is the meaning of it? The verb follows the noun or now the phrase follow the noun. The phrase a great deal of, some of these phrases follows the nouns and the verb agrees with the subject or noun. Then you see a lot of students. We are in the class. A lot of students. You know a lot of students. We are in the class. ମାନେ ବହୁତ ପିଲାମାନେ ଶ୍ରେଣୀରେ ଥିଲେ. That is the verb agrees with the subject, students. We are. A lot of the amount word can be used for uncountable noun and also countable noun. We know very well the uncountable nouns take singular verbs. So, a lot of water is there. Some of students are there. Some of food is there. Both correct. Some of food is there. Some of water is in the tank. Some of water is in the tank. टांकीरे अल्प किछि पानी अछि, किछिटा पानी अछि. Some students are there. Students are. That is a great deal of, some of, lot of, plenty of. These phrases are used with singular subject and also plural subject. If they used with plural subject, the verb agrees with the nouns or subjects, means subject is plural, verb is plural. If the subject is singular, verb is singular. So that another. Then like this, a crowd of, a herd of, a group of, a flock of, then etc. take singular verb if noun after of is plural. You see, a crowd of, then a lot of, then a group of, a flock of, a herd of. If we use these phrases with a plural noun, with a plural nouns, then they take plural, that is, what is singular verb. A crowd of people, not are there, is there. A crowd of people. What does that mean? A crowd of people. A crowd of people means that is eko dolo luko. Eko dolo luko. A crowd of, herd of, group of, flock of, singular verb with the nouns after of it plural. ଯଦି ନାଉନ୍ଟା ବିଶେଷ୍ୟଟା ବହୁବଚନ ହେଇଥିବ ହେଲା, ତାହେଲେ ସେ କେଉଁ କ୍ରିୟାକୁ ନେବ? ସିଙ୍ଗୁଲାର କ୍ରିୟାକୁ ନେବ. A herd of cattle is there. What is the meaning of it? A herd of cattle is there. ଗାଈ ଗୋଠଟି ସେଇଠି ଅଛି. ଗାଈ ଗୋଠଟା, ଗାଈ ମାନେ ନୁହେଁ, କିଏ ସେଠି ଅଛି? ଯଦି ଆମେ ତାକୁ ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ ବୁଝିବାକୁ ଚାହିଁବୁ, ସେଠି କିଏ ଅଛି? ନା ଗାଈ ଗୋଠଟା ସେଠି ଅଛି. ଗାଈ ଗୋରୁ ଗୋଠଟା ଅଛି. କ୍ୟାଟଲ୍ ଗାଈ ଗୋରୁ ଗୋଠଟା ସେଠି ଅଛି. A herd of cattle is there. Then a group of people is there. This is a herd of, a crowd of, a group of, a flock of, takes singular verb. If the subject used as plural, but a number of the number, you see, it is quite different. A number and the number. A number of children are making quarrel. A number of children are making quarrel. A number of children means children are making quarrel. In here we cannot understand a number of children. The number is not in here. That is used for verb. A number of children who are increased or who are quarreling. The children are quarreling. But the number of students has increased day to day. If you compare a number of children or a number of students, the number of students. A number of students are there, but the number of students is increasing day to day. The number of children or students, the number of students is increasing today or day to day. ପିଲାମାନଙ୍କର ସଂଖ୍ୟାଟି ଦିନକୁ ଦିନ ବଢ଼ି ବଢ଼ି ଚାଲୁଛି ବା ଆଜି ବଢ଼ି ଯାଉଅଛି. The number of children or students is increasing day to day. ଦିନକୁ ଦିନ ପିଲାମାନଙ୍କର ସଂଖ୍ୟାଟି ବଢ଼ି ଯାଇଅଛି. So if I question, what is increasing day to day? The number. Whose number? Children's number. So the subject is the number of children, means in here the verb agrees with the number. With the number. What number? Children number. So we can use plural, singular verb. The number. The singular. But first example, a number of students. In here not a number but students. The students are making quarrel. A number of students are making quarrel. But the number of students is increasing day to day. Then another concept, that is some words we use in English. They look like plural because generally we know when you use s or es with the noun, it takes plural verb. Example, a boy is going, boys are going. A girl is singing, girls are singing. Then, but in here, some words we use in English with s, they are singular. For example, mathematics is my favorite subject. Mathematics with s, it is singular number. It has a meaning. News, khabar, News. News. Measles, moms. Economics, physics, innings. With s, they are singular. So that take singular verb. Means the verb agrees with the subject. That is, if the subject is singular, the verb is singular. Mumps is a common disease or measles is a मिलेमिला एक साधारण रोग पिलामानक पाई. गालो फुला एक साधारण रोग पिलामानक पाई. Then mathematics is my favorite subject. Economics is my favorite subject. That is like this: mathematics, physics, then economics, news, then measles. There are some words, a lot of words we use in English. Without s, the words will be nonsense or meaningless. We cannot get any meaning of them. So with S, they are in singular numbers. So that they take singular verbs with them. So today, perhaps we will stop discussion about this chapter. The next class we will again discuss about subject with verb agree